Hello there, folks. Matthew has posted a public cope video about why nobody is interested in his Antarctica delusion. When we first saw the title, we loved it right away because it indicated that Matty has figured out the number of subs he has doesn't necessarily mean they're all supporters, which really should have been obvious from what Candy has going on. She has over 6,500 subscribers and struggles to get breakfast money. He has less than 500 on this channel. Anyway, let's watch. Oh, quick side note. He evidently forgot the trolls will try to use visual clues to track him down. That's our Matty!
Okay, so you can look at the numbers on these channels that I have, hundreds of subscribers. Maybe I get 1, 2, or 3 likes at most on any given video. Yeah, and virtually 0 independent comments. In fact, I'd say it's pretty much fucking 0. Okay, so it's only the network nodes basically commenting, right? Hundreds of subscribers. 0 people, by the way, who have ever sent what appears to be a real message. 0 people who have ever asked a single substantive question about the material, especially regarding Antarctica.
That's just not true, Matty. While you may feel that we're part of the so-called network, pretty much every question has been substantive. Perhaps you're unaware of what that word actually means. Let us educate you. Something substantive relates to the direct substance of an issue. For example, we've asked you extremely substantive questions such as, what's supposed to happen there? Is there a ritual, a physical key or hidden door? Is the glacier supposed to open up or do you need to drill? These are all substantive within your own proposed framework. And please don't forget, it took almost a month of having to repeat ourselves before you finally accepted the concept of an NSF permit. We've been on point from the start. The truth is that you simply refuse to answer substantive questions.
I published primary documents, right? Something pretty much nobody's ever done as far as I can tell in these circles or in general. Passport anomalies, New Orleans processing on every family passport, age discrepancies, career histories that do not exist, directed energy readings confirmed by the manufacturer's own engineer, multi-hour case record, and a clear public recruitment video asking for 1 additional person.
And here we have more substantive questions Matty has refused to answer. We've asked him many times, what the fuck does your supposed fake family have to do with this Antarctic thing? Seriously, he's asking for volunteers, but let's imagine he had money and was trying to hire a professional. I'll play the part of Matty. Yeah, so this person looks like she knows what she's doing. Yeah, so I'll, give her a call.
Gertie, the Glacier Guides, Great Glacier Guide Service. You got Gertie?
Yeah, so I need help ascending an ice wall in Antarctica, and I, want to hire you for that.
Antarctica, shouldn't be a problem assuming you can get us permits and whatever. What are we gonna climb?
It's a, glacier in Antarctica at a place called Blood Falls.
Never heard of it. Sounds kind of gross and strange. I've never actually seen a waterfall on a glacier before. Any idea how tall it will be and if we'll need a special permit?
Well, I have some passport photos and a roughly 6-hour documentary about how my entire family is fake. And these pictures?
Okay, what kind of permit do you think you're applying for?
The one that gets me to Blood Falls?
Well, before we go any further, it feels like I should ask about your budget for this outing. So, what's your budget?
I have a couple 100 ounces of silver and...
Yeah, it's really hard to imagine anyone professional signing on for this, even if they were paid.
Right? Man or woman capable of the final ice approach to Blood Falls. ASPA 172. Not to mention the countless numbers of other symbolism videos. So despite all of that, right, the response has been total silence, right, from anybody outside the same closed set of accounts. So no independent man or woman has ever stepped forward. No one has asked about the charter, the permits, the route, or the objective. The only replies that appear come from the same nodes that have been running pressure, pathologizing language, and ritual signaling for months.
Matty, when we first found you, this was your plan. We asked many substantive questions, and as a result, you abandoned this ridiculous handwritten pipe dream in favor of a private charter, exactly as we suggested. Don't get us wrong, we're not looking for credit or appreciation on your part with this. The point is that you're wrong. At least one independent person has stepped forward and actually helped your planning more than anyone else, including Grok. Just today we showed proof that your impossible ice wall ascent isn't accurate, which means that you don't need to plan for a multi-thousand-foot vertical ascent.
Likes without comments, subscribers who never speak, view counts that never turn into contact. That is not a normal audience. That is a simulated surface.
Here is your problem, Matty. You delete comments from anyone who doesn't back up your beliefs. That is your real gripe here. You're angry that nobody shares this delusion with you, not even Candy. Well, not sorry to tell you, it's not a big surprise. You're just like Timbo. He wants people to think he's God. You want people to follow you to an exit gate. Both objectives are clearly delusions at best.
The ledger is public. The request for a second man or woman is public. The isolation is now part of the record. Any of these numbers represented real people, at least one of them would have broken the silence by now. They have not. The fact stands.
No, Matthew, plenty of people have commented real people. You simply need to believe they're fake, because if they aren't, you've made a huge ass of yourself.